Vic Drummond.
Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker, and a big thank you to my fellow Hampshire MP, my honourable friend for Gosport, for bringing this important debate to this House, and I back her children's cancer mission. I saw the local news about Sophie Farrell. Her family faced a sad and difficult condition with dignity and courage, and I know that the House will join me in wishing Charlotte, Gareth and her sisters Lucy and Amelia well. And I pay tribute to their campaign to improve outcomes for all children who have cancer, because it's every parent's worst nightmare to hear of any life-threatening disease which may affect their child, and cancer strikes horror into every heart. Because children go downhill very fast with any illness, and the rapidness of cell divide means that cancer spreads faster in younger people. As already been heard, 1,800 children get a cancer diagnosis every year, and the biggest childhood cancer is leukemia, which accounts for about 30%. But treatment is improving constantly. For instance, when I was at school in the 1970s, a classmate, Alison Brownlow, got leukemia and sadly died at the age of 17. Ironically, her favourite song before she was diagnosed was Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks, and every time I hear that song, I think of her, although she didn't enjoy many seasons and was always desperate to return to school. Just over 30% of children survived leukemia in the 1970s. That improved fast because in the 1990s, my cousin Suzanne Adamson had acute lymphoblastic leukemia when she was 10. But she's gone on to have a wonderful life with a second child on the way, so there are some good outcomes. And survival rates for leukemia in the 1990s were at 80%. And they're now, cancer survivals overall are 84%, but of course there's still room for improvement, as we've seen by the death of Sophie. One of my constituents, Alison Carson Blake, wrote to me about her son Jake, who was just 8 years old when he was diagnosed with stage 4 bulky Hodgkin's lymphoma. His mother wrote, he had lost so much weight, looked yellow and was not eating. He was out of breath and got tired so easily. They never considered cancer, and even as sick as he was, neither did I. Alison had to physically beg the doctors to look at Jake, as they would not give him a face-to-face appointment because of COVID. Jake had cancer all over his body, but now is cancer-free. So there you have it. No one thinks it'll happen to their child, and it is rare. So rare that GPs do not get enough training in childhood cancer. This campaign would like to raise awareness for parents to recognise the signs of cancer in the same way that we know about meningitis. And I back this campaign to have a quicker diagnosis so that a better outcome can be achieved. A national campaign on the signs and symptoms of childhood cancer would help, as well as better training for GPs and nurses alongside more funding for research. So I once again pay tribute to Sophie's family and to all those who are working so hard to make sure that cancer is curable for all ages, but particularly children. Thank you.
Thank you very much.